Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the 2025 Savannah Open, sponsored by Gravity Disc Golf. We are back here for the back nine stretch at the Savannah Harbor in Savannah, Georgia. Commentary team joining once again. Felix joined by
Conrad.
Conrad, again, a big thank you to Infinite Disc for sponsoring this entire weekend's coverage and bringing you what you've been seeing. Let's take a look at this leaderboard and see where we're at.
Yeah, so see how our card, the field is actually going through 9 holes. Grady Shue is still up top. Isaac Robinson chasing him down. Jamie Keep is taking a move from the chase card. Cade and Hatcher still in contention here. Still a lot of play left here. We're going to start out with hole 10. This is a par 3 island hole coming in at 385 feet. This is a new modified layout from previous years. It is moved back just a bit. The size of the island is not changed, but the distance to the island has changed, and you do have that water hazard that you have to worry about behind the basket. Do your best to get onto the green and avoid the trees, and you'll have an easy putt at this elevated basket. Isaac going with the backhand route here.
Working that
and
glory.
That's flattening out perfect. I need to try me out a glory. What speed is a glory? I might need that in my bag.
That's a great question. Great question. It's either a 9 or a 7. It's probably an 8 since I said either one. Grady going with the forehand spike approach here, looking to get some soft ground play, and does with that angle.
I guess that's one benefit to it. Ooh, that turned over.
Did.
Hopefully that's still going to make the island, but it's not going to be close to the basket.
Going to give him a scary look.
With the ground being wet there, you can kind of count on it catching and not getting any weird flare action.
Right.
Even when you come in low like this. This isn't going to move over that much after it lands.
He's asking for some skip.
Yeah.
Not going to get it.
So we got 2 long putts here.
See that tailwind that he's dealing with here on an elevated basket, so you can throw it even higher than you normally would, and that just got knocked straight down.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think our minds will let that happen.
Whoa.
Oh, he puts it in though. All right.
Hatcher getting the height just right and swiping it through the bottom of the cage there.
Grady with a nice smooth putt into the headwind on an elevated basket, but it looked like it was not a problem for him at all.
Birdie for the champ, and the glory is indeed a 7-speed, 7.503.
Okay. Oh, wow. Didn't realize it was that stable. Oh, wow. You can hear the wind pick up.
Just as he let it go, it pushed it right back out.
Wow.
Unfortunate bogey there. And we move on to another hole that can be very scary in the wind. Hole 11, par 3, 356. Off the tee, you need to clear this water here to get across. Then you've got a lot of these little pencil trees kind of dotting the remainder of the fairway as your disc moves from right to left and towards this pin here. Once you beat these last sets of trees here, you pretty much have a wide open green to work with. Really just need to get into that opening and past that opening.
Yeah, and I want to say around here is like the peak windiness that I remember for the day.
Yes.
Like this is when they were really getting those good gusts. Isaac puts it through both of the openings.
Yep, that is that glimmer felon.
Ends up on the green with a look there.
Put himself on the tailwind side also, which if the wind doesn't change, that's the preferable side to be on for that putt.
Oh.
Lots of kicks there for Grady's Conqueror. Ends up in a pretty good place, though.
Yeah, considering, because, I mean, you always have the threat of that ending up in the water.
Oh, that's yanked, kicks, and
that
splash.
One is in the water.
Yeah, you can see in the background.
So he's going to have to proceed. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can see the background of the wind, and you can see it on Cade's shirt there. This is really whipping at this point.
I mean, if you look at all the trees just swaying. Whoa. Yeah, okay, that was right above my head. I had to literally duck. The Hatcher's going to.
I didn't hear that before. Good dodge, Conrad.
Hatcher's going from the drop zone here, just trying to get it close and maybe put it in. No, just getting it really close.
Smooth. He was back and forth from the drop zone between backhand and forehand, switching discs, and I'd say he chose the right approach and the right disc.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's almost like you could see that become a kite in the wind.
Yeah. That is not a putt you want to have left for par either. Let's see if Kade can knock this one in, and he does.
Oh, great shot. Good way to bounce back.
Very good. Solid putt. Grady going to have probably about 25 or so left for his par. Into some wind.
Oh, right in the corner pocket there. Good par.
Well done. Use Grady's hair as a wind barometer. And birdie there for Isaac. Not an issue.
I'm still like in awe of his putt sometimes. Like we saw that there was wind, but it didn't affect his disc whatsoever. Like everyone else's disc is going to drop, turn left, right, whatever. But his just like, nah, forget the wind.
Just cuts through.
Yeah.
Can you try to hit the bar?
The crossbar?
Yeah.
I'll try.
No way!
First try.
That was great.
Thank you.
All right. Coming to hole 12. All the locals will know this is hole 17. But it's 12 for the event here. It is a par 4 coming in at 424 feet. A nice little turnover shot will get you out of the tee box area down the fairway. We see that there is trees left and right. There's also OB on the right with the creek. There is a slim chance to get an eagle here, but it's going to have to be a really good shot. And if the wind isn't blowing, it's there. But with the wind, everyone is really looking just to play this for bird.
Birdie is just fine on this hole.
Yeah, because that turn comes up rather quick, and you need something to go and then flatten out. Even that didn't flatten out, but slid. Okay, explain to me how he gets slide in mud. I mean,
spin, and World Championships. That's how.
Okay.
Slide in mud. Grady getting a little bounce to the right at the end of that flight. We're going to see if he's going to be obstructed by those last couple trees there on that right side.
Yeah, that's the flight. Oh, that was the flight except for that one lane, because that looked like it was going to flatten out too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's way inside.
Kind of fought through
Yeah,
quite
it
a bit.
didn't hit anything. Yeah.
We've seen this before from Kade. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. He was a collegiate catcher, I believe. So when I saw him with that form with his hand basically near his ear, I thought maybe he was a middle infielder. But he said he played catcher, which makes sense because that's the quick pop that a catcher needs, up to the ear and straight through to try to get the runner out at second. Hatcher with that same approaches, which I believe is a zone.
Is he just going for the pitch up there?
See if Grady can connect here. Does.
Nice bird. And we see the chase car sitting there watching.
See
There's a backup on the next hole. Yeah.
Josiah and Jamie back there watching on. There was quite a considerable backup on the next hole. At one point, it was I think three or four cards deep.
It was at least 4 cards deep.
Yeah. You'll see why when we get to that hole. Good birdie there for Kade. Isaac looking to tap in his as well. 3 down through the first 3 here for Isaac on the back. And here we are on to hole 13, a par 4, 564 feet. This very tight, narrow fairway runs throughout the majority of this flight. You need to land something somewhere around here if you can. There's a little bit of a bailout zone on the left-hand side. Right side really more punishing. This OB stretch of water here, which played as inbounds last year, is now out of bounds. They put a bridge up to help get across it, and then you get about here into the opening where you're now dealing with all the wind that's also gusting around the course. So there's just a lot going on with this hole.
Yeah. There's like 3 stages that you got to get through. First stage is to get down here and still be in bounds, and that thing is sailing.
That's that glory again. And he gets right to that bailout zone on the left.
He may be slightly out of position to go across the bridge. You'll have to come up with something. It won't be an easy shot, but that right there is great. This is a nice flip up. Oh, but it turned over and got hit and get pushed to the right, so he'll be scrambling from over there. And scrambling just to get to the landing area. I really can't attack the basket from back there.
You can see the short tee pad, the edge of it kind of getting lifted up. So there's wind coming through this tunnel, which is making it even harder.
You look at the foliage on the ground and it's moving. So, I mean, the wind is everywhere.
This one getting pushed.
Wind doing a little bit to push him over as well. Kade lining up his options here. He's got a lot of small obstructions in his way here, and they're all staggered. Doesn't make much forward progress. Nope. He's still going to be scrambling from there. Grady with the forehand. Oh, wow. Oh. That got turned. So got turned into the tree and then kicked further left. And that just didn't make it across. So he is now OB. Yeah. So first shot was in natural OB. Now he's in the actual OB. Yeah. All right. That's out there. Yep. Step 2 complete. Get across. Yeah. Now putt. Yeah. Now you deal with the other elements. Isaac stepping back here and trying to throw a hyzer into the gap, and he's done it. Yep, as long as it's not out of bounds. I feel you. Looks like he's going to be about circle 2. Kade working that forehand. Leaving himself a tailwind putt. Grady is somewhere deep in this forest. Yeah, he's so far left. He's probably closer to one's box than he is to the actual green. Trying to find some kind of gap to give him the airspace to travel this disc. At this point, you just really want to get out, and he just didn't have the room. Yeah. It's a very narrow window to begin, and with the wind moving your disc up and down, as well as side to side, that window just gets more and more narrow. Yeah, and when you're over there, you're still thinking about, ricochets taking you back to OB. Yeah. You're not trying to play backwards to make it any more difficult on yourself, so it's a tough position to be in. Long look here for Hatcher. He's got a little bit of tail cross to deal with. And it kept him right. That's a good bid. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because that is a scary, scary putt with the wind blowing the way it is. Unless you're Isaac. Unless you're Isaac. Like, fantastic. There was no movement in that disc. It just went straight there. Yeah, there you go. Just like if you were to see that flight and say that there was wind, you'd be like, "You're lying. You're in contempt of court. That is 100% false." But that lifted with a tailwind. Yeah, he's confused. I'm confused too because I just saw it. Now that one lifted, but that was rightfully so. But he was able to take the elevator down into the basket. So, and it's not like Kade has a pronounced nose down putt to lift with a tailwind. So that is a little surprising. That's a rough one. A triple bogey all said and done for Kade. That's going to drop him down the leaderboard quite a bit. All right, hole 14, course hole 1. Right in the middle of the pack as far as difficulty. It is a par 4 coming in at 532 feet. Main objective off the tee is to get to this area here by the bridge. Typically you want to be before it. You can be after it. You just don't want to be in the mud because that will affect your footing as you try to approach around the corner to get to the green. Once you get to the green, it's fairly open. There's a little trees here or there, but nothing that would stop you from stepping out and making a birdie putt. Oh, did you see that little tickle he got there?
He gets past the bridge.
And he's way past the bridge.
But when he threw that, I thought he was playing the short side there, and that just kept sailing.
Well, he got a little tickle from a branch that kind of pushed him up, I guess. Now that's ideally more where you want to be.
Yeah,
just around the corner and have some good footing.
Yeah, Grady is wet. That's out of bounds, right? It's water.
Surrounded by water.
Not OB. He can choose to take relief back to the first playable area, or you can play it where it lies.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see that back. I'll probably go back and watch it because it looked like his disc picked up mud as it went forward. It changed its own flight.
It absolutely did.
Yeah,
that's a good shot to get through everything there for Hatcher. Kade having to force something over stable and then have it flex back in time.
And that's a great result for there.
It is.
I wonder how stable that disc is. Well, be careful, Grady.
Grady with the van slipping and sliding.
Yeah, he needs some trail running shoes just for this hole. You can see his disc just barely poking out of the water there, the white tip of it.
So he does take his relief back to the nearest playable area, switches disc to the faster one since he's not going to be able to get any of his lower body really involved.
And finds the green with no problem.
Isaac looking for... Oh, he's got a bigger gap than I thought he had. Yep.
And that's fine.
He'll have left for his birdie. Pro move there, cleaning off the mud with the water. That way your towel doesn't get muddy.
And Grady with his center.
Well done. Wind's starting to pick up a bit here.
Oh, Hatcher just pulls that to the right. Okay, looking at just about the same putt. But his is able to be grabbed in by the chains, securing him that bird.
Yep.
There you go.
Hatcher recovers for the par.
That limb that Hatcher is stepping over, it literally fell in the middle of us playing the hole.
Oh. I didn't even notice. Good birdie. Isaac's on a heater.
Oh, yeah.
We come to hole 15, a par 4 this year, 460 feet. This is course hole 2, and this was one that Isaac absolutely blazed last year. Fun to see him attack this one again. 460. A little bit of shot shaping required here as you want your move to start from left to right and then back over from right to left. You can also just throw a straight shot with something slower to get yourself in the middle and then take a putter approach here to get yourself the 3, which is still a birdie this year, but these guys all pretty much have the potential to go ahead and run this for an eagle. Glory.
Oh, that's a glory again?
That's a glory.
Oh, man, look at the flight. Oh.
If it wasn't for that
If it wasn't for that water, yeah, because that's exactly where he landed last year and got the slide over to the basket.
He threw a D1 last year, which is a 12 or 13 speed, and this year he's throwing a 7 speed and getting to the same spot. with
Yeah.
the same landing spot where he took that big skip. Grady not too far over from Isaac as well. They both pretty much have relatively straight shots left for their approach.
Well, this didn't. Oh, okay. I was about to say that didn't flip up like he expected, and it was headed to OB, but it did hit a tree and stop. So he still is in play.
That's tight, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be in that rock pile too, so let's see how his footing is going to be affected here on his run up.
No, he's from Texas. He's fine.
Got through it pretty well. Gets knocked straight
He's
down.
asking for it to miss that, but it didn't.
Not quite low enough. Third shot coming up here for Hatcher. He's got his putter in hand. He does have the ability to kind of jump putt from quite a ways away.
Ooh. He almost had it there, too. Just a little short. Right line, though. Grady for his eagle bid.
A little low.
Yep. And it's really hard to putt when you don't have confidence in your footing because of how slippery it is.
Isaac lets that one go a little early left.
I was just talking about that, and his foot looked, his back foot looked like he didn't get good push off on it, like he couldn't put what he wanted to behind it.
Nevertheless, birdie is the result.
Right now, he's showing 6 for 6 on the back.
Yeah, he is scorching this back nine, which presents quite a bit of difficulty on this track.
Yeah, I would say the back in this layout is more difficult than the front.
Yeah. But 11 down so far overall. He is, I want to say he's at the course record or he's one off at this moment. So he's tracking.
Well, this is the new layout, so this any record here would be the.
Well, there was already a record. Well, there's a record set from last year, and then there's. Well, we'll see when we get there. I'll explain.
All right, hole 16 is a par 4 coming in at 391. That's correct, a par 4 at 391, mainly because this Mando. This is a very fast Mando that you get off of the tee box, and you have to make a dramatic turn to the right. Once you get past the Mando, figure out how to get through all these trees, then you come to the basket. There is OB along the course, along the hole, along the left and behind the basket, but really shouldn't come into play unless it's off the tee.
I remember this being a par 3 last year. Couldn't tell if that was the felon or the enforcer for Isaac, but either way, he's pretty much cut the hole in half.
Oh,
That's gonna
and
miss the
Grady
Mando.
has missed the Mando. So he'll be going to a drop zone.
That was smooth out of the hand. Oh, gets punished by a kick, though. Hatcher, who also has a baseball background. Looked like the last foot kind of tripped him up there on the tee pad.
Yeah, the last step.
The last step, yeah. Drop zone for Grady is pretty much right at the mandatory itself. A relatively straight shot, but just kind of need that speed control there, and that's played beautifully.
We know Grady has plenty of that.
It sure does.
Hatcher finding most of the gap, but not all of it, and getting kicked to the right just a bit. And
That's
I don't know.
Kade back there.
Yeah, Kade is back there, and okay, he's
roller.
throwing out a roller.
That kicked the wrong way, though.
Yeah. Kicked the wrong way, so a little bit of splash. A lot went on with that roller. Someone's getting their feet wet.
No, they're not. Thanks to
What?
Vessie's waterproof shoes. Hey, Vessie, you're welcome for this ad.
Hey, we need to reach out to them. We need to.
Bone dry.
Don't Dryv.
Vessi.com.
That might not even be their website.
I know. It's probably not. Nonetheless, get yourself a pair of Vessis. I'm sure Isaac. I know Isaac has a code to get a discount. So go to Isaac's Instagram, look at his bio, get the code for the Vessis, get your percentage off, and order yourself some Vessis.
Yeah.
You just saw they work.
Grady in for his par after missing the Mando. Hatcher with his par. We still have a bird from Isaac.
Birdie
just
and
nothing but
feed.
green.
Yep. 12 down now for Isaac. Hole 17. Par 5, 911 feet. Need to get your disc working from left to right, essentially. Coming out of the gap, landing somewhere in the middle area here. Your second shot, you want to place somewhere right where this fairway kind of bubbles open on the right. Staying away from the left-hand side, which does have out of bounds. The right side also has out of bounds running throughout the majority of, actually the entirety of this hole. And then wraps around the back end as well, and pretty close to the pin at the end there. So definitely want to check your speed coming in.
Wow. A lot of ground play there, but perfectly placed.
It was a one step in fire too with the forehand.
Oh.
Grady
playing it a little too close with the wind and did not get turned over. So he's in that little bushel of trees there.
Get back over.
Definitely don't want to be there. We both stopped.
Yeah.
Hatcher with something low, maybe get some skip. There's the skip, and you're in the middle. You can just see and hear the wind. I mean, you look at, it's not limbs moving, the trees themselves are moving.
Whoa.
Grady committing to that shot.
Mm-hmm. Hatcher in very prime position here, pretty much middle of the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Riding that right side, just needing some finish at the end, which he's getting. That's a crush.
Oh, yeah, it is.
He's got an outside look at an eagle.
Put that nice and high, higher than I probably would have in the wind, but
Trusted it.
yeah. And he is down there looking at an eagle bit as well.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't sure if that was a Rive or an Enforcer. Either way, they're both stable discs.
Kade getting down into the same range.
Guys are all lining up.
Yeah.
Grady looking to get some turn on it.
Yeah, he put a little on there, but I guess it's better to play it safe and be over in that big opening versus how close the OB comes in on the green.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that close last year.
I don't think it was
Wow.
either.
That just got dropped. That also got dropped.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it was online so much it hit the pole.
Yeah. Yeah, even with filtering out, as much wind audio as we can, you can still hear it, and you can obviously see it in the players' shirts and hair and the flag and the leaves and everything.
Oh, wow. And that wasn't a step putt or anything. That was just a straight putt, hitting the top links, falling down, hitting the basket, and finding the bottom of the cage.
I just talked about his range too a couple of holes ago, and there you go. That looked easy. Grady getting almost blown backwards and still manages to hit some metal. Meanwhile, everything stops for Isaac. He taps in his birdie. Couple of drop-ins here, a couple birdies and a par. And here comes the
And
win
then he
again.
picks up. This is great. This is great.
Hello. Hi. Sorry to interrupt that coverage of the, what's it, Isaac Robinson Open? What's it called? That's the only reason y'all are watching, right? Just to see what he's throwing, how well he throws it. Shout out Latitude. Shout out Jonathan. Oh, Savannah Open. Yeah, Savannah Open. We'll get right back to that in a second. I just wanted to tell you about infinite discs. Well, I mean, I didn't tell you about it. You already know about it. But I just wanted to remind you about it, I guess. There's 80,000 discs. I got a picture of every one. So I'm guessing they probably even have the stuff Isaac's throwing. Go buy your next disc from there, please. Thanks.
All right, we're going to finish off on hole 18. This is a new hole here. It was moved back. The old position was moved back, making it a par 5 at 657 feet. You want to get over the short pad here and try to land in this area. If you can make it up to this clump of trees, that will be the best shot we've ever seen. Once you get there, you want to get out to the opening. I got to say all this fast because this hole is happening so fast. Get around these two bunkers of trees on the right. There is OB lining the left and also the right hole. There's a lot going on here. This is a great finishing hole here. Anything can really happen.
Yeah, the drone footage is fast, but the actual play on this hole is never fast.
Oh my god.
But you can take a big number fast.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh. That's inbounds, though. He did not kick
Yeah.
across all the way over.
it looked really good. It was just a little too high. And that got kicked over to the left. Luckily, this creek is not where the OB is. It extends out to the other fairway that we just played,
Just
or to the
hold.
edge of the other fairway.
Ah, it didn't hold. Oh, that did kick
And
out
that's-
of bounds, so that went a long way right.
Yeah. And that looks a little high too. And
straight
yeah,
down.
Yeah, just too high.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's Kade's disc there. Is he just out
So-
of bounds?
There's an advantage to this, kind of, because now he gets to avoid most of the other trees and just go around, make sure that he lands back inbounds where it bubbles out. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it looks like he's doing.
Pushing through.
Yep.
He's at the last clump of trees now.
Well, no, I think that's the. Hey, what's that?
That is a snake that was in the water, even in these temperatures.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised. And it's literally right behind Grady.
That was a good kick that Grady, well, double kick that Grady got there, putting him back into the fairway, back into play. Hatcher just pitched out, but I think he pitched out too far. I think he still cut. He
did.
cut himself off with that. Isaac is looking to line up a forehand through a window up top.
Yeah, needing it to kind of flex out at some point. And
Oh.
it kind of does. Thanks, after hitting many limbs and leaves, puts him in a pretty decent spot.
I'm starting to understand as his frustration with all the good stuff that happens. I don't have to play against him, so there's that, but I can understand.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I don't want to
Just
overlook
watching this.
the gap that Hatcher just had to hit was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Grady looks like he's going to take the long way around.
I don't know if that Conqueror is going to hold. It kind of did.
Yeah. But it didn't get all the way around.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was the part to play by the wind and or a little tree kiss.
Yeah, we haven't really brought it up, but this is not the end. These guys are playing for position to be in the final four to play the final 6 loops, or the final 6-hole loop that we do for this event. So pretty much Isaac and Grady have secured their spots, but there's still a battle going on. Jamie Keep on the chase card has put down a scorcher of a round. And these guys, Kade and Mason, are essentially battling for one last spot here on that final 4 to try to secure this win.
When Hatcher swung that out a little bit too wide, it's going to leave him with a long look. Yeah, in the final four that play the final six, there's an interesting dynamic there because when you're in fourth, it's like you have nothing left to lose. Like that's
Right.
the worst that you can do. So you're going balls to the wall to try to climb the ladder there, and everyone else is really playing for position, whether it's to win or to make sure that they don't get knocked down the podium.
This is a long look here for Hatcher, taking his time. Clipping some limbs on the way through. Frustration setting in. He only had one stroke coming in on Kade as that one slips away for Isaac on the left side. And he really tried to use strategy throughout this hole, but this hole, it doesn't care about your strategy. It's going to do what it wants to do. And if you're not executing shots, you're going to take a number out here. And that's a putt.
Kade puts that in.
That's a big, big putt for par. And unfortunately, I think that secures it here regardless of whether or not Hatcher makes this putt.
Oh.
Goodness. Insult to injury, or injury that missed putt, however you want to look at it there, but that's going to be the double. Yeah, so even had he made it. Oh no, it would have tied him.
It would have been a tie.
Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So we're going to take a recap at the players' cards here. We see a lot of green on Isaac. No red, clean back. Grady Shue with 25 under. And taking a look at the leaderboard, we see that JB Keep did move up, and he is just 2 strokes off of Isaac, tied with Grady at second. Kade will make the final 4 in this final 6 play out.
Yeah, scorch over round by Jamie Keep coming up. Isaac does indeed secure the new course record with his 13 down, making up for that lackluster first round that he had. But we still got 6 more holes before we crown an official champion here at the 2025 Savannah Open. Make sure you head on back to check out that final 6 coverage. Big shout out to our Patreon community. Thank you, Ace Runners, for supporting coverage like this. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Make sure you come on back to check out the final 6 from the 2025 Savannah Open.